this technology from the gaming standpoint, and so they're very used to learning fast, quick, responsive kind of situations. And so we're anxious to be able to bring that to their academic science and math learning as well, and to apply that same type of technology, which will help them meet these test scores and continue to develop as great math science students.
And we actually have a master's degree in that work now, learning and entertainment technologies. So teachers from the K through 12 sector can come back, enhance their credentials, as well as enter in a whole new pedagogy.
So I'm real excited about this partnership all three of our organizations are involved in, is this Curriculum Innovations Project, where we take Abraham Lincoln or some historical figure or a scientist or math, and they digitize their interviews, synthetic interview. And then the Civil War Museum is going to have this telepresence of Abraham Lincoln that's just going to be a great enhancement to the museum. And then it'll all be web-based as well to help the K through 12 marketplace. Well, what's interesting is our natural partner is the Capital Area IU, and then leveraging into the Pennsylvania IU network that Sting Communications is building out.
Right. Yeah, there are no barriers now to moving that kind of content and that information to any one of the 67 counties in the state.
I mean, when Abraham Lincoln's the obvious one for the Civil War Museum, and they can throw Robert E. Grant, Robert E. Lee, Ulysses S. Grant. We know some ancestors of Pickett are interested in making sure Pickett gets represented. And it's all in that synthetic interview application platform. They digitize these interviews, and then the presence, the telepresence comes and speaks to the guests of the museum. But I'm really excited about this K through 12 application where Abraham Lincoln could assist with the fourth grade history course.
Right.
I guess they still teach fourth grade Pennsylvania history in fourth grade, and the students come over to the museum so they see the telepresence. But then they go back to their schoolroom, and the teacher can use it as a curriculum enhancement.
Absolutely.
And we need the broadband network to do that. So that's one of these applications we've been working on, Randy, to use the broadband that we have available.
Right. Yeah, I mean, once you are in that position to have that kind of content available, you want to be able to get it to as many people as possible. So delivering that over the broadband network is certainly viable today. I'm excited about our history and making sure that students understand where we've come from and some of the important events in the past. I'm just as excited about the opportunity to take some of the best math and science instruction that exists in our state and at our universities and be able to deliver that. That's one of the biggest challenges that I think that public education and K-12 teachers have, is once they've left the university environment, continuing to have access to that current best thinking. And the more of that we can make available through these conferencing facilities, through content that gets created once and is best of breed and then is available to many to be used within a curriculum, I mean, that's where the exciting things are going to start happening in the classroom.
And I see that as the segue into your GIS program, the Geospatial Information Technologies, and getting those professors to do the synthetic interview. So again, that can be pushed down into the K through 12 marketplace. And
I absolutely agree, Randy. All the educators that I speak to say that we lose students in the middle school. That's where they're going to decide whether they like science and math or not. And having rich content that makes science and math exciting and shows them the multitude of opportunities they have, that's very important.
And the game technology, and that's, I know Carnegie Mellon and Harrisburg University are working on how do you get game technology into education, because that's where our children are all geared toward.
Yep.
Digital natives.
And tell me a little bit about your new facility on the one floor in the new building with Charles Palmer's group.
Well, he's got a number of digital cameras, sound rooms, video consoles to create these stimulations. Charles is somebody you should probably have on your program and hear from the expert himself. It's the most interesting gaming that I've ever seen.
So Randy, anything new on the horizons as we begin to wrap up the show here?
In terms of the opportunities at Sting Communication, we're continuing to see growth in requirements for broadband. We're continuing to invest in that infrastructure. It's exciting for us because we've been able to, we were talking about this a little earlier, leapfrog into a new technology set that's allowing us to bring the best of broadband to the remote parts of the state. And so we've got areas in the state of Pennsylvania in rural counties that have the best of anything that's available in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. So I'm excited this year to see the applications start to roll over that. Telemedicine is a big priority for 2009. We're going to see projects that will be doing teleradiology, telepathology, anything that you can imagine to enable these parts of the state to have the best medical care are things that we're going to be seeing unfold in 2009.
Great. Guys, thanks for joining us on TechQuest today. It's just fabulous to have your organizations growing so fast in Pennsylvania, and I know your employees are also motivated to do great things in 2009, so we look forward to having you back on the show in the future to give us great updates going forward. And to our guests, thank you again for joining us on TechQuest Today. This is a monthly program focusing on the innovation and technology companies in Pennsylvania. Join us next time for TechQuest Today.